Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commentary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out!
Hello, good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Well, here we are again at such an unearthly hour in the UK to bring you alternative matchday coverage on the Commentary Hub. My name is Nicholas Jones and I'm your commentator for the United States against Belgium in the round of 16, and it will be at the Seattle Stadium or the Lumen Field. Kickoff is in just under 10 minutes time. It's just 10 minutes to 5 o'clock local time, and following on from the commentary on Spain against Portugal with Mike Harneman and Dan Money, Portugal's head coach Roberto Martinez has stepped down after the game, and Portugal will be looking for a new head coach, and he is the latest in the line of a mass exodus of international head coaches at the World Cup. Some of the most notable include Carlos Queiroz, who left Ghana, and Steve Clarke, who left Scotland. So the major headline for this game is Folarin Balogun, who was initially sent off and given a match ban after being given a red card after a foul in the USA's round of 32 win against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Although this was suspended by FIFA, after the US President Donald Trump personally intervened and spoke with the President Gianni Infantino, but the Belgian FA has officially appealed the decision and challenged Balogun's eligibility, but FIFA rejected their appeal as inadmissible, and Balogun will start tonight. Aside from that, the USA are the only one of the three hosts left after Canada and Mexico were eliminated in earlier matches. Rudy Garcia's Belgium has looked vulnerable but dangerous after squeezing past Senegal 3-2 in extra time. On 125th minute, Yuri Tielemans' penalty was what sent them through. We'll talk more later, but right now let's take a look at the two teams that are starting for both the USA and Belgium, or should I say the starting lineup. So the USA in a 4-3-3 formation with Matt Freeze in goal, then with the back four of Alex Freeman, Chris Richards, the captain Tim Ream, and Anthony Robertson. In midfield, Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie and Malik Tillman, and the forward three, Serginho Dest, Balogun as mentioned, and Christian Pulisic. For Belgium, they are playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. Thibaut Courtois in goal, then Castagne, Brandon Makele, Nathan Ngoy, and Maxime de la Coupe in the back four in defence. The two defensive midfielders, Nicolas Raskin and Amadou Onana. And the forward three, Dodi Luca Bacchio, Yuri Tielemans and Leandro Trossard, with Charles de Ketelaere, the lone striker. So the national anthems still going through the Belgian national anthem. So before I forget, let's have a look at our match officials for the game. And our match official is Adham Mohammed of Jordan, and his assistant referees are Mohamed Akalaf and Ahmad Al-Rol. The fourth official is Pierre Acho of Gabon. And the reserve referee is Boris Ditsoga, also of Gabon. On VAR is Kamis Al-Mari of Qatar. And his assistant referee, these are Nicolas Gallo of Colombia and Hernan Mastrangelo of Argentina. So with the Star Spangled Banner playing in the background, Belgium did meet the USA in a World Cup match. They knocked them out in the round of 16 of the 2014 World Cup in Brazil. '30 World Cup. So chance for redemption. So a chance possibly for redemption and revenge for the USA. And something else I should mention and get out of the way is that several players are linked to transfers following Balogun currently at Monaco, following his strong World Cup performance, as the US Air Force does a flyover and formation over Lumen Field. That Balogun is heavily tipped to leave his current club Monaco, as contract extension talks are said to have stalled and seeking a move back to the Premier League. And it's a major transfer race which involves the likes of Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Everton, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest and Sunderland. Christian Pulisic has also been linked to other clubs from AC Milan after Milan, and rumours are swirling after their failure to qualify for next season's Champions League. And clubs that have eyed him are Bayer Leverkusen, Roma, and New York City. As for Belgium, Arsenal's Leandro Trossard is said to have been pursued by Turkish giants Besiktas. Charles de Ketelaere is also rumoured to be linked to Tottenham Hotspur and West Ham United. Arthur Tayat is looking at is perhaps linked to Roma, and Amadou Onana of Aston Villa is and Amadou Onana recently moved to Aston Villa, the top tier European heavyweights, in which are Barcelona and Bayern Munich, continue to keep tabs on the midfield anchor. So back to the here and now, just having a look at the as a shot of the men in the VAR room. All matches, the VAR room is in Dallas, where it has been throughout the majority of the tournaments. So as well as Balogun, we should also look out for Weston McKennie and Christian Pulisic. Christian Pulisic, formerly of Chelsea. And whilst he has been struggling with injuries, he has consistently beaten world-class defenders off the dribble, spearheading an attack that has scored 9 goals in the group stage. Charles de Ketelaere, I'd have to say, could be the major force for Belgium, given that the likes of Lukaku and De Bruyne are on the bench, and as Mike and Dan said in the game previous, Cristiano Ronaldo has stepped down from international duty to focus more on club football. Will the same fate befall the last of the golden generation players in Belgium? Only the next 90 minutes will tell, as we have a look at Maurizio Pochettino and why not US? Why not us with the small a? And why not indeed the USA could be the team to look out for in this game, and I'm just seeing that they are playing in a black strip with red with a red outline. With a white background, and Belgium playing in a sky blue, and it's just gone 5 o'clock local time, and it is a beautiful sunny evening in Seattle, and it will be Belgium and it looks as though it's going to be Belgium that will kick us off. Leandro Trossard making his way towards the ball, and any second now we should have the countdown, and indeed the countdown to a potentially crucial match in the round of 16 has begun. Will it be Belgium? Will it be the USA? The referee blows his whistle, he signals, and we're underway at the Lumen Field in Seattle between Belgium and the USA. Belgium playing from right to left, the USA playing from left to right, and Belgium swiftly on the attack earlier on, and the ball has been forced out. The last player to have touched the ball, I might have just seen Serginho Dest, and an early throw into Belgium to be taken by Maxime de Kuiper. Maxime de Kuiper times his moments. He throws into the 18-yard box, and the ball almost went the way of Belgium's number 23, Nicolas Raskin, and an early shot by Timothy Castagne. barely 50 seconds in, and Matt Freeze has been tested early on, just outside the D. The shot was initially off Tielemans, but Timothy Castagne took advantage of the rebound. Corner to Belgium, and to take the corner is Maxime de Kuiper. The referee wanted to make sure everyone gets into the right positions. I think he just had a quick word with Weston McKennie, and a bit of a shoving match going on between Amadou Onana and Alex Freeman. So to take the corner, like I said, will be Maxime de Kuiper. He raises his arms and runs up, strikes the ball into the 18-yard box, headed by Charles de Catalara, but saved by Matt Freeze. Freeze rolls the ball out towards the captain, Ream. So it's Tim Ream. Wanted to make sure he stays out of the spots where the sun is, but no such luck for Weston McKennie on the far side, and the ball has been forced over the line. The ball has been forced over the line for a throw. Timothy Castagne, very close it was indeed, and back in real time, looked to me as though it might have been a setup at goal from the USA. Throw-in taken by Tillman. Tillman throws to Tyler Adams of Bournemouth. Up the wing to Chris Richards. Now back with Ream. Ream to Anthony Robinson. Robinson passes quickly to what looked to be Balogun. The ball has been retaken by Belgium. In possession is Nicolas Raskin. Raskin towards Amadou Onana. Onana up the wing, but given away to Chris Richards, and the ball goes over the line. For a throw. So barely anything to choose between the two at the moment, I'd say. But the USA have a throw to be taken by Anthony Robinson. Robinson throws down to Alex Freeman. It's Freeman, the right back. and he passes rapidly to Weston McKennie. It's McKennie to Serginho Dest. Back towards Richards. Now it's McKennie. McKennie searches for Balogun, but that's a nice grab of the ball by Thibaut Courtois. That's the first we've seen of him in the game so far. 4 minutes in, still the USA 0, Belgium 0, and at the bottom of the screen you can see the results from the round. You can see the results from the round of 16 matches that have been played prior to this game. We have a couple still to come, and I will read out the results around half time. Serginho Dest on the near side. He's looking for he passes quick. He tries to aim for Weston McKennie, but the ball was forced over the line by Belgium. And another shot and another replay of the shot by Castagna, because why not? It was just a few inches over the bar. Well, it seems to me like that, but Matt Fries did well to get a hand to it. So Belgium back in play and in possession with Timothy Castagna. Castagna passes rapidly to Onana. Onana to Michele. Michele to Courtois. That was actually Ngoy. So Onana, Ngoy, and Ngoy crossing, and Ngoy that was a forward cross, but saved by Fries. He looked to me as though he was aiming for De Ketelare. Ball has now been rolled out to Tim Ream. Tim Ream on the ball for the USA. Up the wing to Chris Richards. Richards back towards Ream. So Ream on the ball. So it's still with Ream. Now with Robinson on the far side. Belgium quickly take the ball. That was Amadou Onana, and the USA have a throw, and that will be taken by Robinson. Robinson throws towards Balogun, but retaken by Belgium. Ngoy towards Onana, and he collides with Anthony Robinson. Robinson gets away. He was able to stay up, and Jai Rajago says live game. Whether he's referring to our commentary or not, I don't know. But hey-oh. So Courtois takes the ball. For Belgium. The ball given away though to Anthony Robinson. Robinson rapidly passes down the wing, and it ends up with Serginho Dest to Alex Freeman. Richards, and the ball has been passed backwards and forwards, and now on the ball is Dodi Luca Baccaio towards I couldn't see who it was, but good defending by the USA, and Maxime de Kuiper sends the ball over the line. In fact, it might have just come off Serginho Dest, and a shake of the head from the Belgian captain Tielemans. So Leandro Trossard to Ngoy. Ngoy passing the ball quickly back towards Courtois, who has stepped out of goal. Courtois forward pass to Amadou Onana. It's Onana. In fact, it's actually Luca Baccaio, I should say. Onana down the wing. Onana down the wing to Ngoy. Ngoy to Raskin Ruskin towards Luca Baccaio. Cross down the wing by Luca Baccaio to Leandro Trossard inside the 18-yard box. Headed by Freeman. Retaken by Belgium. And Charles de Catalara with the finish. Belgium's World Cup dream may not yet be over, as some people said it would. And so early on, Belgium have the lead. The USA fans look stunned, but it will be Belgium. But it will be Belgium that will be singing in. But it will be Belgium that will be singing in delight. And a successful cross down to Leandro Trossard. The USA initially defended, but they forgot to mark Nicolas Raskin and Charles de Catalara, and also Charles de Catalara. I would have to say they were focused too much. On Yuri Tielemans and Trossard, and Charles de Catalara unfortunately made them pay. So 10 minutes approaching. It's still 10 minutes in. Actually, it's the USA 0, Belgium 1. Ream up the wing to Anthony Robinson. Robinson towards Balogun. Balogun down the wing to Chris Richards. Or should that be Weston McKennie? It's McKennie! And missing the ball, Serginho Dest. And the Belgian player's gone down. It's Charles de Catalara. De Catalara fouled. And the Jordanian referee now having a word with Tyler Adams. Hand on his hips, might have been pushed down. Whether he pulled his arm or not, whether he pulled his shirt or not, I don't know. And the USA dignitaries watching on. One of which is supposedly former USA international women's player Alex Morgan. Whether she is still playing for the USA women's national team or not, I don't know. So now on the ball is Nathan Ngoy. Ngoy crossing to Leandro Trossard. The ball headed, but given away to Tim Ream. Ream now crossing down towards the defence. It's Brandon Michele towards De Kuyper. De Kuyper passes back to Courtois. So Thibaut Courtois passes the ball out to Michele. Michele to De Kuyper. De Kuyper. Now it's with Leandro Trossard. Leandro Trossard down. Weston McKennie to Alex Freeman. Freeman, but the ball was sent over the line, and it might have come off a Belgian player, Rudy Garcia, jumping up and down and shouting orders from the touchline. And I should correct myself. It is a Belgium throw to be taken by De Kuyper. De Kuyper throws to De Catalara, but retaken by the USA, and a ball in the face for Chris Richards. Chris Richards being looked over by the referee, asking if he is all right. So too is Yuri Tielemans, and it was Tielemans with the ball into the face, and that is a very nice thing it is that he checks on him just to see if he was okay. He didn't mean to do it, I am sure. Free kick to Belgium nonetheless. Brandon Michele to Onana. Michele passes to Courtois. Courtois hoofs the ball out of the goal towards De Catalara. De Catalara for Belgium. The USA momentarily had it, but Belgium have retaken through De Catalara. De Catalara hounded by Robinson. He passes quickly to Luca Baccaio. Luca Baccaio Now back to De Ketelare. De Ketelare. Onana. Onana back towards De Ketelare. De Ketelare almost made it 2 for Belgium. Now it's with Leandro Trossard. Trossard still inside the box. Passes out to Onana. Now De Ketelare. De Ketelare towards Tielemans. Saved by Freeze. That was a superb setup at goal by Belgium, but play has now resumed, and the pictures on my monitor are starting to play up a bit. But meantime, it's Trossard over the crossbar. Belgium have started as they meant to go on. They are showing a bit more. They are seemingly starting to show a bit more aggression, and another replay of the goal by De Ketelare, and Rudy Garcia just about containing his emotions, but the poor USA supporters, they are silenced. Freeze with the ball inside the goal area, directing it to Tim Ream, I should say. So it's Ream up the wing to Anthony Robinson. Robinson crossing down towards McKennie and saved by Courtois. So we have Russ says hi. And Russ is asking me to say, got a message from Russ, but I will say so in a moment. So Belgium have the ball, courtesy of Courtois, and now the ball being played forward to De Ketelare. De Ketelare loses it to Robinson, but retaken by Belgium. It's Leandro Trossard. Trossard passing to Brandon Michele. Michele to Nicolas Raskin. Raskin and Ngoy, I should say. Ngoy down the wing towards Maxime De Kuyper. De Kuyper does well to hold off Freeman. Now it's back. Now the ball is back with Nicolas Raskin. Raskin to Onana. Now back with Raskin. Briefly retaken by the US and Freeman, but now it's back with Leandro Trossard. Trossard, quick pass to Raskin. Raskin to Brandon Michele. Michele to Raskin. And Raskin now crossing the ball up towards the far side, headed by Robinson. But it's over for a throw, and it'll be a throw into Belgium. So while that's going on, I've been asked by Russ to say hi to his and Mike's friend Sarah, listening to the commentary from the USA. So hi Sarah, hope you're enjoying the game. So Richards to Alex Freeman. Freeman passing back towards Richards. Richards to Ream, and now it's Ream to Christian Pulisic. Pulisic. Tyler Adams. Back to Ream. And it's Ream passing back down to Chris Richards. Richards. Adams. Back towards Richards. Richards. Alex Freeman. But clipped by Leandro Trossard. Now back on the ball for Belgium is Leandro Trossard, but a player has gone down from Belgium. It's Amadou Onana, one of the star players for Belgium. I can't believe it. And the Belgian physios now looking him over, and so too are one or two of his teammates. It might be just a knock or cramp, but this is bad news for Belgium. And also looking over are Weston McKennie and Tim Ream. So we are but a few minutes away from the official first hydration break, and Pulisic comes over to see if he's all right as well. The referee understandably concerned, and so too are his teammates. And yes, it was Pulisic that fouled him, and that might be just a dead knee or cramp or whatever it is. I can't tell at the moment. Preparing a stretcher just in case, but he's being walked around by the Belgian physios just to make sure that he is indeed all right. Whether he'll carry on playing or not, remains to be seen. But thank goodness it was only just a minor foul. It could have been much worse. And the referee now having a chat with Tielemans and Pulisic. Probably just want to make sure who is going to take the free kick, and it will most certainly be Belgium, which is the correct call. And Tielemans passes to Thibaut Courtois. We're still a little under 20 minutes at the Lumen Field, and now on the ball is Luca Baccaio. Luca Baccaio over the line, and Onana being placed onto the subs bench, so we could have an early substitution for Belgium. And a player for Belgium who looks like he could come on in his place is I couldn't see who it might have. It might be Thomas Meunier, but we'll have to make sure. So McKennie sends the ball out from a Belgium corner. Belgium looking to make it two. Headed again by Richards. Adams. Now headed back down towards Ngoy to Courtois. Retaken briefly by the USA, but another Belgian player is down. Another Belgian player is down. He is moving. He is breathing. That's good news. And it is the number 4, Brandon Michele. And the referee sensibly stops play so as he can look over to see what's wrong. And Michele clutching the right side of his chest. He might have been hit in the ribs or something. And it was accidental contact with his teammate Tielemans. Tielemans must be distraught, and the substitution for Onana sensibly made, and he has made way for Hans Vanaken. So Vanaken comes on for Onana. Serginho Dest for the USA passes to Freeman. Now on the ball for Belgium is Luca Baccaio. Luca Baccaio to De Catalara. De Catalara back towards Luca Baccaio, but he fouled Serginho Dest in the process. No, it was Tyler Adams. Tyler Adams is down, and Onana sensibly being led away. He will be missed by the Belgian fans, I am sure. And so Courtois gets ready to kick the ball, and out of the goal it goes towards the Catalare, but he was held by Ream, and Richards does well to keep the ball off him. He passes quickly to Anthony Robinson. Robinson cross down the wing to Weston McKennie. McKennie to McKennie to Alex Freeman. Malik Tillman. Dest. Back to Freeman. Richards just outside the D. And now it's towards Tim Ream. Ream towards I can't see who. It might be Malik Tillman. Tillman to Freeman. Freeman down the wing to Serginho Dest. Dest trying to get around the Belgian defence. He passes back to Alex Freeman. Freeman to Balogun, but intercepted by Tielemans. Now back on the ball for the USA is Ream inside the centre circle. Out it goes to Serginho Dest. Dest towards McKennie. McKennie passes to Freeman. Now back to McKennie. McKennie crossing forward to following Balogun. Balogun, who scored massively in their opening game against Paraguay, but a player fouled outside the goal area. It was Serginho Dest, and the referee calls for holds about something, but it is the hydration break, and many of the players will be grateful for the chance to replenish their fluids and to replenish their systems by taking some fluids. I'd have to say that despite the Belgium goal, the USA are still continuing to pressurise them. Whether it will pay off in the long run or not, I don't know. But whoever wins this game will take on Luis de la Fuente's Spain, the European champions, on Friday at 7:30 at 8 o'clock our time in the quarterfinals. But the last two games coming up for the round of 16 are Argentina against Egypt at 5 o'clock later today, followed by Switzerland against Colombia, which will be around 9-10 o'clock. So now on the ball. So it's still this was another chance to catch the replay of the De Catalare goal, and people jumping up and down. Maurizio Pochettino, understandably angry, but the USA must not lose heart. There is still quite a bit of the way to go, and Pochettino still on the hydration break. Pochettino talking strategies and tactics with the team. Tim Ream and some of the substitutes replenishing their systems with sports drink to try and keep them going. We have coincidentally 20 minutes until half time. It still remains the USA 0, Belgium 1, and before we kick off, just something from Life of Sarah, which is presumably Russ and Mike's friend. She says hi from Florida, and Florida, I must confess, is somewhere I want to go one day in the not too distant future, particularly Disney World. And Russ has confirmed that it is their friend, and Russ has confirmed that it is our friend Sarah. So plenty. And she says she's streaming the commentary on her TikTok live stream. So yes, yay, more publicity for us. And the ball's about to be kicked out of the goal by Courtois, and so Courtois gives it away to Anthony Robinson. Now the ball being passed to Brandon Michele. Remember Brandon Michele was fouled earlier on, and now back on the ball is Maxime de Kuyper. De Kuyper to Leandro Trossard, back to De Kuyper. De Kuyper. Kuyper to Nicolas Raskin. Raskin to Nathan Ngoy. But given away to the USA and Weston McKennie. McKennie to Tyler Adams. Adams towards Christian Pulisic. Now back towards Adams. Adams up the wing to Anthony Robinson. Robinson back to Pulisic. Pulisic trying to get round Luca Baccaio. Sensibly passes to Chris Richards. Now it's Alex Freeman. Freeman loses the ball to Trossard. And Trossard passing back to Brandon Michele. Michele to Yuri Tielemans. It's Tielemans to Trossard. Trossard, Nathan Ngoy. And it's Ngoy to Dodi Luca Baccaio. Luca Baccaio to Tielemans. Tielemans back down to Michele. Michele to De Kuyper. Back towards Michele. Michele and Ngoy. Ngoy to that might have been Ngoy to Hans Vanaken. Vanaken to Courtois. Courtois, sensible as a goal, comes off the head of De Catalare. So Belgium still keep hold of the ball with Luca Baccaio, but it goes over the line for yet another throw. And E and H Vedder looking on inside the stands. Well, they're one of the dignitaries anyway. Ball thrown to Anthony Robinson. Robinson to Weston McKennie. McKennie goes down, and but he's quickly back up on his feet. He was just caught out, and the referee having a stern word with Nicolas Raskin. So it's presumably him who fouled Weston McKennie. Oh yes, there it is, through the referee's head-mounted camera. We've been seeing a lot of that during the World Cup. So it's Richards down the wing to Alex Freeman. Alex Freeman back towards Richards. Richards now crossing the ball up front, up the wing, I should say, to Anthony Robinson. Robinson, Pulisic to Folarin Balogun. Balogun tripped, and it's a free kick to the USA. Maxime de Kuyper being spoken to by the referee. Will there be any yellow cards for this? We'll just have to see. In fact, it wasn't De Kuyper who fouled him. It was Michele who got behind Balogun and pushed him down. And so what can the USA do from this free kick? One of the former players, Josie Altidore, looking on. It will be Malik Tillman to take the free kick for the USA. Coincidentally, Josie Altidore was, I remember, in the squad that drew against England in the World Cup against South Africa 16 years ago. But if anyone can correct me on that, I'd be great. That would be very welcome. So Malik Tillman to take the free kick for the USA. Runs up, and in it goes! The USA are back in it, thanks to Malik Tillman. The USA have been constantly pressing hard against Belgium. They're not. Just goes to show that they are a side not to be underestimated. The round of 32 win against Bosnia and Herzegovina was their first knockout stage win in 24 years. Could they make the quarterfinals where they haven't been for the past 24 years? And Malik Tillman, that was just absolutely sublime. The Belgian defence wall might have just come off the head, or might have just been flipped off the head of Hans Vanaken, but Malik Tillman will claim the goal. And after just over 31 and a half minutes, it's now the USA 1, Belgium 1. Pulisic foul from behind, but play still goes on. The ball being passed by Nathan Ngoy to Courtois. Courtois out of goal to Brandon Michele. Michele to Vanaken. Vanaken to Maxime de Kuyper. De Kuyper. Now back with Michele. Ngoy. Ngoy to Courtois. Courtois crossing the ball forward to Vanaken. Vanaken to De Catalare. Luca Baccaio. Now back to De Catalare. De Catalare, I should say, towards Luca Baccaio. Luca Baccaio. Now on the left side of the 18-yard box is Leandro Trossard. Trossard crossing towards De Catalare, and it's 2 for Belgium. De Catalare again. De Catalare's goal was like, right, catch us if you can, even though you levelled against us. And for Belgium, we could yet see this could be another chance for them. This could be another chance for them to stamp their authority on the game. But as ever, the USA, however, aren't far behind. So the ball diverted towards De Catalare inside the box, and he just flicked it in with his head. And the USA now lead Belgium, I should say, now lead the USA by 2-1. Pochettino kicks the basket, holding the sports drinks, wasting a bit of essential fluid, I might add. But the Belgian fans dancing up and down, wearing their sun hats and everything. It is quite a hot evening in this part. It's quite a hot evening in this part of Washington State. Aidan Denning. So Aidan Denning 126 says hello. Hopefully he's there to enjoy the game. Leandro Trossard gives the ball away, I should say, to Alex Freeman. Freeman trying to cross towards Balogun, but kept away by Belgium. On the ball now for Belgium briefly was Nicola Raskin, but a foul by McKennie, and that has caused uproar from the management and the substitutes, and a yellow card given to Weston McKennie, one of the first bookings of the match, he didn't go for the ball, just a scissor kick, slide tackle into him. And the USA cannot afford any mistakes like that. And so, with around 10 minutes to go until half time, it's now the USA 1, Belgium 2. And now the ball being crossed up to Luca Baccaio. Luca Baccaio gives the ball away to Christian Pulisic. Pulisic passes down to Tyler Adams. Tyler Adams to McKennie. McKennie towards Freeman. Freeman. Tillman. Tillman back towards Adams. Adams over the halfway line. It's Adams for the USA, passing to Malik Tillman. Now back to Adams. Richards up the wing to Tim Ream. It's Ream to Tyler Adams and back to Matt Freeze in goal. He passes quickly to Chris Richards, who passes back towards Freeze. And Freeze towards Malik Tillman by the looks of it. Retaken though by Belgium. And now on the ball, just over the halfway line, was the number 5, De Kuyper. Tried to keep it in for Belgium. It's Leandro Trossard. Dicing with Alex Freeman, but it's over the line. Throwing quickly taken by the USA towards Freeze. Freeze concedes to Belgium, but the ball bounces back towards Freeze. It's Ream up the wing to Anthony Robinson. Robinson to Malik Tillman. Tillman towards Chris Richards. Richards passes to Adams. Adams to Christian Pulisic. Adams, Ream over the halfway line. Ream towards Malik Tillman. Tillman concedes to Luca Baccaio. Towards De Catalare. And now the ball being passed backwards through the defence to Courtois. Courtois towards Michele to Nathan Ngoy. Nathan Ngoy back up the wing, I should say. That looked to me it was Nicolas Raskin to Charles De Catalare. Luca Baccaio passes to Yuri Tillemans. Now back to Luca Baccaio aiming to cross down to Hans Vanaken, but kept out, and the Belgian management look on, and so too does one of the coaches, Rudy Garcia. Apparently, Rudy Garcia interested in only taking a sip of water. And it's Yuri Tillemans that will take the corner for Belgium. Tillemans stands over the ball, and in it goes. Saved again by Freeze. That was a tight save that time. And now he rolls the ball out to Christian Pulisic or Serginho Dest. Dest concedes to Belgium. Tillemans to Hans Vanaken. Vanaken to Brandon Michele. Nathan Ngoy. Ngoy passes to Thibaut Courtois. Now back out towards Brandon Michele. Michele given away to Freeman. Richards up the wing to Tim Ream. Now back down to Richards up the wing to Tim Ream. Tim Ream still on the ball. He passes to Tyler Adams. Now back with Richards. Richards down the wing to Alex Freeman. Passing the ball towards Folarin Balogun. It's Balogun on the ball. Balogun tries to keep hold of it, but sent clear by Nathan Ngoy. Good use of the body by Ngoy to slide tackle it out of reach. But the USA aren't done. It's Tyler Adams. Tyler Adams towards Robinson. Pulisic towards the USA's attacking third. The ball being passed out back towards Robinson. Pulisic through Adams' legs, given away to Belgium. And now back with Yuri Tillemans. Tillemans down the wing to Nicolas Raskin. Ruskin to De Kuyper. De Kuyper to Michele. Michele towards Courtois. Courtois crossing up the wing crossing forward to De Ketelare. De Ketelare. But back, but it's still with Belgium and Hans Vanaken. Vanaken, Ngoy. Ngoy to Yuri Tielemans. Tielemans down the wing to Brandon Michele. Michele, now it's with Leandro Trossard on the near side. Trossard passes to Nicolas Raskin. Raskin, Michele, back towards Raskin. Raskin, and fouled from behind was Hans Vanaken. Vanaken fouled. Vanaken a foul from behind by Chris Richards. And it was almost Leandro Trossard with the third for Belgium. And the Belgian supporters looking on, and the Belgian supporters are looking on. So free kick to Belgium, and the signal has been given, and the ball being sent in towards the 18-yard box, almost bumped, headed home, I should say, by Dodi Luca Baccaio. It happened so quickly, but Luca Baccaio aimed in the wrong place. And so with almost 2 minutes to go, it's still the USA 1, Belgium 2. Robinson to Christian Pulisic, diverted by Nathan Ngoy. Over the line. Thrown by Robinson towards Pulisic. Pulisic to Weston McKennie. Now back with Robinson. Weston McKennie. McKennie to Ream. Adams towards Chris Richards. Richards down the wing to Serginho Dest. Freeman crosses towards Weston McKennie. Following Balogun inside the goal area, but defended by Belgium. The ball is passed by Freeman to Matt Fries, and in terms of the match momentum, Belgium have had more of the momentum, although the USA, like I said, are still snapping at their heels. Serginho Dest tries to thread his way through the defence towards Balogun, but Balogun's shot was a long way off, and it will be a throw-in to the USA. Malik Tillman to take the throw for the Stars and Stripes. He almost raises his arms, but he isn't quite ready. And to me, this looks like it's going to be a long throw in towards the goal area. Freeman, we're hearing that 6 minutes might be added on, but we can't make sure yet. Tillman with the throw in towards the 18-yard box, headed by Freeman, and it was actually Balogun who got the final touch to it, but to no avail. Balogun with the final touch, like I said, with his right foot, and that could have been the equaliser for the USA. And as the final seconds of normal time tick down, we are getting ready to hear how many minutes will be added on. We're told 6 minutes. Corner taken, but so the referee has noticed something. Difficult to see at the moment what it is. As Balogun walks around, is there Was this something to do with VAR? Did Balogun go down? No VAR decision read out as of yet. So clearly nothing untoward. As on the ball is Vanaken. Vanaken gives the ball given away to the USA. It goes over the line. 6 minutes indeed added on. We've just had 1 minute. And it was given as a goal kick rather than a corner, I should say. From earlier on, the ball is over the line, and the throw-in and a throw-in will be taken by the Belgian 5, Maxime de Kuyper. De Kuyper to De Ketelare. De Ketelare, Vanaken, De Ketelare passing to Nicolas Raskin. Raskin almost had the ball off him by Richards. Raskin to a Hans Vanaken, and Vanaken and Raskin trying to get their points across to the referee. Throw in to the US to be taken by Freeman, and Freeman throws, gives it away to Belgium, and now on the ball is Serginho Dest. It's Dest for the USA. Still on the near side, he's creeping towards the 18-yard box, but fouled from behind by a Belgian defender. Belgium retake the ball through Luca Baccaio. Dodi Luca Baccaio. Now still on the far side, and he passes to Raskin. Raskin sends the ball into the 18-yard box. It's going to end up at the feet of Leandro Trossard, but sent away by Freeman. And it will likely be a corner to Belgium. Referee McAdmer not taking any nonsense as the game is now resumed, and De Ketelare and Luca Baccaio almost sends it in. We've just had 3 minutes of the 6 added on. So far, it still remains the USA 1, Belgium 2, and our old friend Rebecca Alare 6156 says greetings. And the same to you. Matt Freeze to take the free kick. Matt Freeze to take the goal kick for the USA. No, in fact, it's a free kick to be taken by Chris Richards. I should say. And oh dear, she says, and Rebecca Alare says, American rooting for Belgium. That is a surprise. She normally goes for other teams. And the ball now being passed out by Richards to Anthony Robinson. Robinson still on the ball. He passes to Bream, Richards. Richards, forward cross, forwarding to Weston McKennie. McKennie gives the ball away, though, to Luca Baccaio. Luca Baccaio to Hans Vanaken. Vanaken to Raskin. Raskin to Brandon Michele. Michele to Nathan Ngoy. Nathan Ngoy crossing down towards Leandro Trossard. And we have around 1 minute of added on time left. 1 minute left. It's Freeze to Tim Ream. Ream still on the ball. He passes to Richards inside the USA's defensive third. Passing, the ball is now with Adams. Adams now making his way to the central line. Passes to Ream. Ream to Adams. Adams towards Richards. Richards to Freeman. Freeman passing to number 17, Malik Tillman. It's Eugenio Dest. Dest to Balogun, but the ball is sent way wide, and that was by Nathan Ngoy. And so we are going to go slightly over time, so the USA can take their corner. We've now entered the 51st minute, and it will be Pulisic that will take the corner. The chance for the USA to level before half time. Pulisic raises his arm, and it goes in towards the 18-yard box. Saved, though, by Thibaut Courtois. And that is surely the last piece of action for the first half. And it is! It's half-time at the Lumen Field. And before we go to a break, I'd like to say a quick apology to Rebecca Olare when I said what a surprise. I didn't mean it as an insult. I was trying to make a slight joke, and if it backfired, I am truly sorry. So halftime before the break at the stadium, and live of Sarah 525 says Mike says the half finished about 6 months ago, but we're going to go for a break anyway. So half-time, USA 1, Belgium 2. We're going to go for a break, but we'll be back when we return. So stay with us before the second half. Welcome back to our alternative audio coverage of the USA against Belgium. And just had a couple of comments from Mike Hardiman saying enjoy the game and your excellent commentary. And Rebecca Olare, in response to what I said about what she said, what I interpreted as a joke, was no worries, lived all over Europe. Strong opinions on the football, presently enjoying the game. And a Duvel, that's a Belgian beer for those who don't know. And cheers, she says, and the same to you as well. So, before we get underway again for the second half, let's have a look at the results from the round of 16 so far. Canada 0, Morocco 3 on Saturday, and followed by Paraguay against France, which finished with Le Bleu 1-0. Brazil 1, Norway 2, Mexico 2, England 3, Portugal 0, Spain 1. And the remaining two matches are Argentina against Egypt and Switzerland against Colombia. So the quarterfinals stands like this so far. France will be against Morocco on Thursday, with Spain against the winners of our game on Friday at 8 o'clock. Then on Saturday, the one England fans don't want to miss, Norway against England, before finally the winners of either Argentina against Egypt or Switzerland against Colombia on Sunday. And so the players back out on the field for the second half. And Christian Pulisic and everybody else back out onto the field. So we can now return to the main action at the Lumen Field. Don't forget, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and also click the notifications bell. It helps our channel grow. And you can also follow us on Twitter or X at Commentary Live 1, and we're also on TikTok and Instagram with the same handle at Commentary Hub 92. It'll be the USA to kick us off this time for the second half, and Gio Reyna looks like he could be ready. Looks like he could be readied to come on as a substitute, and Mike has confirmed that yes, Dana will come on for Sergio. Dana is confirmed as a substitute for Serginho Dest at half time. Reyna plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach in the Bundesliga. And this time, and so remember, it'll be the USA playing from right to left and Belgium left to right. So Reyna kicks us off for the second half. And away we go then for the USA against Belgium at the Lumen Field in Seattle. And the ball out of play for an early Belgian throw, and this time it will be Timothy Castagna to Yuri Tielemans up to Brandon Michele towards that was Leandro Trossard. We could well see the likes of De Bruyne and Lukaku in the second half, but at the moment the Belgian team are getting on fine at the minute. So it's Leandro Trossard under pressure from Chris Richards. Now with Yuri Tielemans. Tielemans dispossessed by Christian Pulisic, who passes to Anthony Robinson. Now back with Pulisic. Pulisic trying to thread his way through, but cut out by Dodi Luka Bakayo. Throw in by the US. Pulisic to Tim Ream. Robertson sends it over the line, and it will be yet another Belgian throw. And the throw will be taken by Castagna for Belgium, but given away Alex Tillman. Foul. Kick to USA. And the free kick swiftly taken. It's with Tyler Adams. Tyler Adams pressing the ball forward to Weston McKennie. It's Christian Pulisic. Pulisic to McKennie, but concedes to Hans Vanaken. And across down wing to Timothy Castagne. Castagne passes to Dodi Luca Baccaio, but Luca Baccaio sends the ball over the line and throwing USA. Adams to Ream towards Gio Reyna. Reyna up the wing to Malik Tillman. Tillman passes to Richards. Now back with Tyler Adams. Adams to Gio Reyna. Reyna to Weston McKennie. It's McKennie. Anthony Robinson. Robinson in towards the 18-yard box. Almost. But headed clear by Belgium. The USA aren't done with this yet. McKennie to Anthony Robinson. Anthony Robinson on the ball. Up the wing. Swiftly to Adams. And now Malik Tillman. Tillman to Chris Richards, who passes to Ream. Pulisic on the ball, but given away. No, says Weston McKennie. And the ball struck over the bar. And it's still the USA 1, Belgium 2. Free kick to Belgium. And the ball cleared out of the goal by Thibaut Courtois. Thibaut Courtois, another one of the Belgian golden generation. Ball played on for Belgium towards Trossard, but caught by Matt Fries. And now the ball passed out to I couldn't see who, but down the wing it goes to Tim Ream. Pulisic to Anthony Robinson. Robinson towards Ream. Down the wing to Malik Tillman, who scored the free kick in the first half. He passes quickly to Weston McKennie. It's Weston McKennie to Gio Reyna. Reyna up the wing to Alex Freeman. Freeman almost passed to Tyler Adams, but was retaken for Belgium. And now on the ball for Belgium is Maxime de Kuyper. De Kuyper, the ball bounces towards Tim Ream. Ream takes it. Passes to Weston McKennie, but retaken by Belgium. The ball now being crossed forward towards Luca Baccaio. It's Luca Baccaio for Belgium. He's under pressure. He tries to get round Ream, but can't, and Ream crashes into the advertising hoarding. But quickly back up on his feet. And it was both players that they just got tangled up with each other. It was just a case of momentum and losing out in sympathy. Belgium corner though, and so it's Tielemans with the corner, but kept away by the USA. Luca Baccaio with a lob saved by Fries. And Fries rolls the ball out to Tyler Adams. Adams to Ream. Now back towards Adams. Adams passes to Ream. Ream to Chris Richards. And so it's Richards. And so Richards to Alex Freeman. Now back with Richards. Ream over the halfway line to Anthony Robinson. It's Robinson to Christian Pulisic. Pulisic tripped and fouled, but play goes on. and Tillman almost fouls Raskin, but again play goes on. A USA player is down. Can't make out who it is at the moment. It might be Pulisic. It is, and poor Christian Pulisic. Remember, he had injuries prior to the World Cup. The USA team can only hope this doesn't come back to bite him. And it was Tielemans who caught him, out, but a slight tackle which wasn't even close from one of the Belgian midfielders. It might have been Raskin or Vanaken. We don't yet know at the minute. Russ says that was a foul. I would have to agree, actually. And for Christian Pulisic and the referee, that wasn't the correct thing to do, in my view, to wave the foul away. Richards down into the centre circle for Tyler Adams. Adams to Ream. Ream towards Anthony Robinson. Given away, though, to Belgium briefly. Now back with Robinson. Robinson concedes to Castagne. But repossessed by the USA and Ream. Tyler Adams trying to cross in to Alex Freeman, but forced away by Maxime de Kuiper. And as I could see from the monitor, that was perhaps mistimed. Goal kick to Belgium to be taken by Courtois. The USA need to equalise, and equalise soon. Ream to Gio Reyna. It's Reyna on the ball, passing to Malik Tillman. Ream towards Adams. Reyna to Chris Richards. Adams passes to Malik Tillman. It's Tillman on the ball for the USA. Now back with Adams. Adams to Gio Reyna, and in towards the 18-yard box. Caught by Balogun. Does the ball stay in? Yes. But given away to Belgium. And the FIFA president Gianni Infantino, and also one or two former USA international players on the women's side, O'Hara and Morgan, and the USA supporters, resplendent in red, white, and blue colours. And so the ball being played out by Courtois to Nathan Ngoy. Now the ball being passed swiftly around to Matt Freeze. Freeze to Chris Richards. 10 minutes into the second half, it's still the USA 1, Belgium 2. Reyna to Ream. Ream passes the ball to Anthony Robinson via Pulisic. Ball retaken by the number 17, Charles de Catalare. De Catalare to Maxime de Kuiper. De Kuiper on the ball, passing to Thibaut Courtois. Now with Nathan Ngoy. It's Ngoy to Castagne. Castagne back to Ngoy. Ngoy to Thibaut Courtois. Courtois passes to Michele. Michele now going for the ball on his own was Charles de Catalare, and an open goal for Belgium, and the USA are once again punished. It's Hans Vanaken, the substitute central defensive midfielder. midfielder with the goal. And what were the USA thinking with that lapse in concentration? They weren't just punished. They weren't just punished. That was a complete slam dunk for Belgium, and Matt Freese should have just picked up the ball with his hands, and this lapse in concentration was all that Hans Vanaken needed, and Belgium now lead the USA by 3-1. And Matt Freese, I hate to criticise players, but he should be ashamed of himself for his lapse in concentration. And a substitute for the USA as Christian Pulisic comes off, and taking his place, Sebastian Berhalter, who plays for the Vancouver Whitecaps in the MLS. And Mike says, Freeze staying true to his name, but freezing still and letting Belgium score. That's actually a good one, Mike. Anyway, Richards to Rayner to Weston McKennie. McKennie down the wing to Ream to Robinson. Robinson now passing to Berhalter. Richards. Now back with Malik Tillman. Tillman down the wing to Tim Ream. Tim Ream. Rapid pass to Anthony Robinson. Now back with Ream. Ream to Robinson. Robinson towards I couldn't see who it was. That might well have been Berhalter and Christian Pulisic. Christian Pulisic being tended to on the bench by the physios. Those pre-World Cup injuries might have come back to haunt them. Quick stat by Russ, which I will read out in a moment or two. As Berhalter towards Weston McKennie. Robinson to Chris Richards. Richards passing to Tillman. Berhalter, Richards, and the ball being passed down by Vanaken, but Tim Ream wise to it this time, and Matt Freese appears to have learned his lesson. And so a quick reaction by the goalkeeper there. So Timothy Castagne to Nathan Ngoy to Courtois. Courtois has to watch out for Balogun. Does so. And now the ball is being played forward over the halfway line towards Vanaken, but retaken by the USA. It's Ream up the wing to Balogun, or was it? No, it was Tillman. Robinson back towards Tillman. It's Malik Tillman to Weston McKennie. McKennie passing to Tyler Adams. Adams to Chris Richards. Rayner. And almost sent towards Balogun, but hoofed it, but sent away by Belgium. It's back with Chris Richards. Richards to Adams. Berhalter. It's Berhalter to Freeman. Now back with Berhalter. Adams to Tim Ream. Robinson about to cross in. Robinson about to send it into the 18-yard box, but blocked by Belgium. It's Tyler Adams, but given away to Belgium. It's Charles de Catalet on the ball on his own. Now it's with Leandro Trossard. Leandro Trossard tries to go for 3, but superbly blocked by Tyler Adams. And the stat by Russ, Vatican's goal is the longest distance strike so far in this year's World Cup, almost 35 yards out. And Christian Pulisic's head in his hands. He knows, his head in one of his hands. He knows he can do no more. And this has got to be gut-wrenching for him. You have to feel for the guy, as it is going to be a corner to Belgium. And to take the corner will be Maxime de Kuyper. De Kuyper into the 18-yard box, sent away by Tillman. Now back with Yuri Tielemans. Tielemans back to Tillman. Retaken, though, by Castagne. Castagne towards Brandon Michele. Now taking the ball is Weston McKennie, but McKennie has been fouled by... has been fouled by Michele. Michele's come off worse. And after 63 minutes, it's still the USA 1, Belgium 3. Canada went out in the round of 16 on Saturday. Mexico went out yesterday. The USA are in danger of going out at the same stage as their fellow co-hosts. The ball now being passed from Adams to Ream. And Ream to Adams. Adams to Richards inside the centre circle. Richards passing down to Tim Ream. Ream, Robinson. Robinson, but the ball is over the line, and to take the throw will be Gio Reyna. Reyna throws to Balogun. Balogun to Reyna. Reyna to Malik Tillman. Ream. Chris Richards. Richards. This time to Alex Freeman. Freeman. Back to Richards. Richards. Now down the wing into the centre circle for Tim Ream. And so it's Ream to Robinson. Robinson. Ream again. Ream to Chris Richards. Richards. Alex Freeman. Freeman to Berhalter. Berhalter back towards Freeman. But over the line it goes. And that will be, and that will result in USA corner. Jeremy Doku looks like he's being ready. Looks like he's being readied to come on as a substitute. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see who he comes on for. But he's going to have to wait a bit longer because of the USA corner. The ball goes into the 18-yard box, headed by Freeman, but it goes over. But it goes over the goal net, and the USA cannot break through Belgian defence at the moment. So this is a referee's point of view of the of not just a lapse in concentration, but a complete howler by the USA. So Charles de Catalet, de Catalare, I should say. Luca Baccaio for Belgium, but sent over. And looks like not just one but two substitutes might be going to come on for Belgium, but we'll see who they are in a moment or two. So it's Freeman to Malik Tillman. Tillman concedes to Belgium. There might have been a throw. There might have been a foul in this instance, and the referee calls a halt to proceedings. And the two players getting ready to come on are Romelu Lukaku and Jeremy Doku. and we'll soon find out who is coming on for whom. And this was one of which could be Charles de Ketelare. De Ketelare, he was just awesome with those first two goals. So Doku and Lukaku coming on for Luca Baccaio and De Ketelare. So off go Luca Baccaio and De Ketelare, and on come Doku and Romelu Lukaku. And the ball goes over the line for a USA throw. Remember, Romelu Lukaku almost scored within 10 seconds after coming on in the game against Egypt, but that was ruled out. And now on the ball is Robinson. Robinson to Ream. Ream towards McKennie. McKennie. Chris Richards. Richards to Tyler Adams. Berhalter back towards Adams. Tillman. Tillman gives the ball away to Belgium, and now on the ball is Romelu Lukaku. Lukaku to that was Tielemans, and straight in the book goes Malik Tillman. That yellow card well deserved, and we go into a hydration break. So this is the second half hydration break. And can the USA take advantage of the hydration break to bring back the deficits? If we do level 3-3 after 90 minutes, we will be in for 30 extra minutes of extra time and possibly penalties. Remember, whoever wins this game will take on Spain in the quarterfinals on Friday evening at 8 o'clock. And whilst that's going on, if you just joined, whilst that's going on, if you're new to the channel, then don't forget to like and subscribe. You can also share with everybody, and also follow us on Twitter, on X at Commentary Live 1. We're also on Facebook at facebook.com/the Commentary Hub, and we're also on Instagram on TikTok at the Commentary Hub 92. And if you just joined us, Belgium caught the USA out in the first half. 2 spectacular goals from Charles de Ketelare. The USA brought one back through a Malik Tillman free kick, but it was a lapse in concentration from Matt Fries that gave substitute Hans Vanaken the chance to the other chance to edge further ahead for Belgium. And the ball, and Freeze having a bit of a practice with the ball, and the rain I've also just seen that it's starting to rain, or in fact I stand corrected, it's just the water sprayers coming on the pitch, and I just got a reminder to remind people of the score so far in the round of 16. So at the moment, in our game, the USA 1, Belgium 3, and in the other round of 32 matches, round of 16, I should say, we have it was Canada 0, Morocco 3, Paraguay 0, France 1, Mexico 2, Brazil 1, Norway 2, Mexico 2, England 3, and Portugal 0, Spain 1. Coming up later for your enjoyment to either watch or listen, we have Argentina against Egypt, the second to last match of the round of 16, and the final game will be Switzerland against Colombia. So free kick to Belgium, and Yuri Tielemans will take the free kick for Belgium. Given away though, the ball is given away to the USA, and the ball is briefly had by Balogun, but retaken by Nicolas Raskin for Belgium. And now the ball being crossed that'll be the ball being crossed down. I mean, up, I should say, towards Raskin on the far side. Great commentary from Mike Harneman and Dan Money on Portugal against Spain. Another substitute for the USA being readied. It's Tyler Adams, and he comes off. For Pepe Ricardo, who plays for, and it's Ricardo Pepe, I should say, who plays for PSV Eindhoven in the Eredivisie, and so play goes on. On the ball is Balogun. Balogun has to go over a player. It's Weston McKennie. Throw into the USA. Rayner throws to Tim Ream. So it's Ream to Anthony Robinson. It's Robinson to Belgium. And now after the ball is Ream. But look who's behind. It's Romelu Lukaku. Lukaku couldn't get to the ball in time. Robinson for the USA. He passes to Matt Freeze. Matt Freeze sends the ball out of the goal towards Alex Freeman. It's Freeman to Sebastian Berhalter. Berhalter down the wing to Anthony Robinson. Robinson almost caught out by Timothy Castagna. And the VIP dignitaries watching, VIP guests watching on, having a drink as Leandro Trossard heads the ball, given away though to the USA, and now after the ball is Balogun, and it goes and the ball goes over the line. It will be throwing USA through Malik Tillman. It's Tillman trying to go around Vanaken, but given away though to Yuri Tielemans. Vanaken still holds on to the ball, but he's fouled from behind by Malik Tillman. Tillman showing a moment of frustration, and Tillman, remember he was booked earlier on. I mean, just now. And that's given a free kick to Belgium. It'll be Thibaut Courtois to take the free kick. And the ball soars into the air towards Romelu Lukaku. Now on the ball is Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku inside the 18-yard box. Blocked by Alex Freeman. And Jeremy Doku claims he was impeded, but the referee thinks otherwise. But the referee might think otherwise. And a hold on the arm and a hand on the arm, I should say, by Alex Freeman. But the referee is unmoved. And over the line goes the ball. It's a USA throw. Ball thrown to Chris Richards. Richards to Tim Ream. And Ream passes to Anthony Robinson. Ream to Chris Richards. Ream. And it's Ream under pressure. Ream has to watch out for Lukaku, but give it away to Leandro Trossard. Trossard to Trossard still has the ball for Belgium. Now the ball being passed to Timothy Castagna, who gets clipped from behind by Anthony Robinson. And down on the ground is Castagna down on the ground, but he's managing to get himself back up into a standing position. I think he got into a crouching position, so once he gets up, he should be able to carry on playing. For the USA, the management are grim-faced. Time is slipping away, is starting to slip away from them. Lukaku towards Trossard. retaken from the USA by the USA courtesy of Malik Tillman. Tillman on the near side. A foul from behind, but play still goes on. Free kick, though, to the USA. It's Anthony Robinson. Robinson to Sebastian Berhalter. Berhalter crossing to Malik Tillman, but given away to Castagnet. Castagnet caught him at Castagnet calls him out, and it will be a Belgium throw thrown by Castagnet towards Lukaku. And now on the ball is Tillman. Tillman sent the ball cleared out of the way by Hans Vanaken. And about to take the throw is Anthony Robinson. And the referee getting his points across to Berhalter by the looks of it. Now on the ball is Malik Tillman. Tillman passing to Chris Richards. Richards up the wing. Richards up the wing to Alex Freeman. Freeman back towards Richards. Now Berhalter. Berhalter. Gio Reyna. Back with Berhalter again. Berhalter to Berhalter to Tillman. Now back with Freeman, but retaken by Belgium number 5, Maxime de Kuiper. And there's aiming for goal. And the USA almost reduced the deficit through Berhalter. That was so close. Just when I said that time would start to run out. That's goal by Berhalter. A goal by Berhalter might well have contradicted what I was going to say. Now on the ball is Chris Richards. Richards to Anthony Robinson. Back towards Richards. And Richards. And we've also got another player saying Christine. And we've also got another listener, Christine Rumberg. Brit expats living in the USA, rooting for Belgium. And at the moment you are right to, because Belgium lead the USA by 3-1. Weston McKennie fouled over the line. The USA fans showing their anger. And sitting on the drinks bottles stand is one of the USA substitutes. It's Lukaku on the ball now for Belgium. Retaken by Reyna. Reyna. The ball is now back with Belgium. The ball crossed down to Leandro Trossard. Trossard under pressure from Robinson. Robinson up the wing, or forward pass, I should say, to Ricardo Pepi. Ricardo Pepi loses it to Tielemans. Tielemans to Hans Vanaken. Vanaken to Jeremy Doku. Jeremy Doku on the ball now for Belgium. And he is trying to get round Chris Rich, or should that be Weston McKennie? But he's fouled, and McKennie might get a booking. But Tim Ream arguing his team's points across as McHadme tries to calm him down. And I'd have to say that was a clear foul by McKennie on Doku. Belgium have the free kick though. The ball being crossed down to Leandro Trossard, but missed. And so with a little under 10 minutes to go, it's still the USA 1, Belgium 3. The USA have got to make those 10 minutes count. On the ball for Belgium, that was Yuri Tielemans. Another ball being played forward to Folarin Balogun. Balogun inside the 18-yard box. Strikes! Saved by Courtois. And I'm just being reminded who my player of the match is going to be. I'm just reminded to send in my player of the match, I should say. But the ball is over the line. And Balogun, how unlucky could he get? Jacob Berhalter. Now back with Weston McKennie. 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 And now back with Chris Richards. Richards to McKennie. Now back with Balogun inside the 18-yard box. Balogun concedes and well held by Belgium. Quickly deflected away. Quickly deflected by Brandon Michele. And half a mo while I put forward my player of the match. It's now a corner to the USA. And now the ball being sent over by Balogun, but saved in the arms of Thibaut. Saved in the arms of Thibaut Courtois. So Balogun, and good use of the hands by Courtois. McKennie to Ricardo Pepi. Pepi. It's Berhalter. Berhalter fouled from behind by Nicolas Raskin. And I've just sent Ross my player of the match. It's Reina to Pepi. Pepi to Berhalter. Berhalter crossing down towards Robinson. Robinson, but the ball goes over the line, and one of the Belgian players hobbling around on crutches obviously can't play, but he is contemplating what might have been. So the ball now being thrown by the USA. It's Freeman to Tillman. Ream up the wing to Chris Richards. And Christine Rumberg says, love the commentary. Thank you very much. Malik Tillman to Sebastian Berhalter. Robinson almost tackled by a Castagnet, but well held by Belgium. Reina on the ball, passing up the wing to Chris Richards. Richards to Berhalter. Berhalter crossed into the 18-yard box by Anthony Robinson. Robinson concedes to Jeremy Doku. It's Doku on the ball. Does want to hold off Freeman. Doku closing in on the 18-yard box towards Romelu Lukaku. Passing to Lukaku, who passes back to Doku. Doku towards Leandro Trossard. Trossard has to find Lukaku, but deflected away by Chris Richards. Leandro Trossard now dancing around the edge of the box. A quick pass to Castagnet. Castagnet to Hans Vanaken. Hans Vanaken back to Castagnet. And the USA breathe a sigh of relief momentarily, but they are starting to close in. Belgium. This is Raskin. Raskin towards Lukaku, defended by the USA. It's Castagnet towards Leandro Trossard. Trossard. Now the ball has been given away. Now the ball has been conceded to Malik Tillman. Malik Tillman is down, and now with that stopping play, I can safely say that my player of the match is Charles de Ketelaere, because of those two awesome goals he scored in the first half. Just had a brief yes, there we are. Charles de Ketelaere of Belgium, 2 goals, rating of 9.4 with 30 touches. So well done, Charles de Ketelaere, our player of the match, sponsored by our excellent friends at Football Live. So now on the ball is Weston McKennie. McKennie gives the ball away. Now on the ball is Hans Hans Vanaken. Vanaken to Doku. So it's Doku. Doku up the wing. Doku up the wing to Raskin. Now back with Doku, and Doku. And Doku is fouled by Berhalter. He manages to get back on his feet. And Mike says somehow I don't think the USA will score 2 goals in 2 minutes plus stoppage time, but stranger things have happened. Well, you could be right. Well, he could be right. Thibaut Courtois to Nathan Ngoy. Ngoy up the wing to Jeremy Doku. Given away, though, to Chris Richards. Chris Richards to Tim Ream. And it's Ream on the ball for the USA. He passes the ball around to Weston McKennie. Now it's with Malik Tillman. Tillman fouled just outside the box. But the referee says play on. In fact, no, it's not. In fact, no, it's not play on. It's only going to be a goal kick. So it's only going to be a goal kick swiftly taken by Courtois, which he does. Comment by Christine, which I will not read. The ball will go out for another corner. And two Belgian substitutions getting ready to come on as Leandro Trossard makes way for Alexis Salamakers, and also coming on will be Axel Witsel, and he takes the place of Nicolas Raskin. So there we are. So there we are. Salamakers and Witsel, the two Belgian substitutes. So the ball goes up. So the ball's going out of play, and it will be a throw-in to be taken by Castagnet. Castagnet takes the throw, bounces off the knee of Hans Vanaken. Vanaken to Freeman. Freeman crossing down to Malik Tillman. Now it's with Anthony Robinson. Robinson inside the 18-yard box. Concedes to De Kuyper. De Kuyper passes to Jeremy Doku. And it's Doku to Salamakers. And in terms of stoppage time, we're not going to get very much. I hear. As it's Ream. Ream passes to Chris Richards. Malik Tillman. Tillman down the wing to Anthony Robinson. And 4 minutes have been added on. So the USA don't have as much time as they would like to level or indeed take the lead. Time is their chance of taking the lead off Belgium is very much gone. Reina still with the ball. He passes to Freeman. Balogun given away though to Alexis Salamakers. Salamakers to Doku. Doku still keeping hold of the ball. It's Yuri Tielemans to De Kuyper. Trossard. Leandro Trossard, or should that be Salamakers? Now the ball being passed down the wing to Weston McKennie. McKennie to Anthony Robinson. Robinson in towards Balogun, but headed clear by Axel Witsel. Or should that be Brandon Michele? Now on the ball is Doku. Doku tries to keep the ball, but the referee blows his whistle for something, and two USA substitutes going to come on, I think, to perhaps run down, and so Balogun and Robinson come off. Balogun must be disappointed with that game. Not enough time to prove himself, and so on come Haji Wright and Max Arfston. Free kick to Belgium, and so Witsel towards Jeremy Doku. Doku gives the ball away to Freeman. We've just got we now have under 2 minutes of the additional time left. Richards towards Trossard, and now Romelu Lukaku, and the big man has put the game to bed. I am sure. He's always a threatening presence on the pitch, is Romelu Lukaku, and that will seal it for Belgium. They will go on to face Spain in the quarterfinals. And Andrea Neshka says Wi-Fi is down, looking for commentary online, all American, didn't want to listen to right now, glad I found this one, love the accent. And Rebecca Olare says boom. I don't know what Andrea Neshka means by all that. Well, I can say we British are really good broadcasters. No offence to everyone else, but Lukaku just strikes it home with that right. Strikes it home with that right foot. Of his, and once again to anyone who might be listening from foreign countries, I do apologise. I didn't mean to offend. I didn't mean to offend any foreign broadcasters. I hold all broadcasting nations in high esteem. And so now on the ball. And so now on the ball was Haji Wright momentarily. Haji Wright, Axel Witsel. And so we're now into the 94th minute. That's surely got to be time. As the ball has now been taken by Vanaken. Vanaken passing the ball around to Brandon Michele. And the referee has signalled full time, just like Canada and Mexico. The USA are out of the World Cup in the round of 16. The Belgian story goes on, and we will see more of Romelu Lukaku and co, and also Axel Witsel and maybe even Kevin De Bruyne in the quarterfinal against Spain. But for the USA, whilst they are heartbroken, this may not feel good right now, but they have put up a good showing than they have done, a better showing than they have done in recent World Cups. They were on, and Mike says really enjoyed that commentary and really enjoyed that game with the commentary. Nick, should be a quarter-final against La Roca. And Rebecca Olari says, okay, I hope my countrymen spectators behave with grace. Don't know what she means by that, but I don't want to go into too many controversial details. Kelly Pond, Belgium crosses US. Congratulations, Belgium. Couldn't agree more. And what more can you say about Belgium? What more can you say about Belgium? They were just too good. The USA. Like I say, the USA have played really well, and their performances throughout the group stage and the round of 32 certainly not to be sneezed at. But it is Belgium that marches on, and they will go through to the quarterfinals. Only two round of 16 matches left. Argentina against Egypt and Switzerland against Colombia. Who will join Morocco, France, England, Norway, England, and Spain and Belgium in the quarterfinals? We shall find out. But that wraps it up. I've been Nicholas Jones, and I have to wrap this up here. But before I go, I have to read one more comment. From Sarah, and she says, "Nicely done, Belgium and Nick." And that's it. And that's it from us. And time for all our listeners in the UK to go back to bed. So good night. So good night to everyone in the UK. And hope you enjoy the rest of your day wherever you are in the world. So from all of us, until our next game, bye for now.